So hi guys, down at a go-karting track watching go-karts flying around the track. It was a good bit of fun. Try some action shots with the Rx10 Mark IV, but I thought I'd stick on an ND filter. Really sunny day, even though it was going to be out of rain, but sunny day, and I thought, you know what, a little bit of motion blur. I haven't done this for a long time, but I couldn't find my ND4, ND8 filters. I only had an ND1000, which is basically a 10-stop filter. I thought, well, it's worth a go, just a bit of fun. So it wasn't ideal at all. My ISO needed to be up around 2000, even up to 5000 a couple of times, to allow me to get my shutter speeds down to sort of 1/25th, 1/30th of a second. As you can see, there's quite a bit of, well, even with some noise reduction, still some grain there. But it worked. It was a bit of fun. And, you know, it just practice, if anything. I always look at things like this, you know, and, you know, it's a lot of things that I don't do very often, and things like this are, you know, things that I don't very often do. Even though I have got my ND filters somewhere, I don't think they're the right size for the Rx10 anyway. So, but the ND filter that I have is, and generally I use that ND1000 for motion of water, things like that. So I'm doing long exposures to get that sort of misty, foggy look of the water. Once the sun had gone in, I could actually get the filter off and actually shoot a few static shots like this, even though they're sort of doing 40 mile an hour or whatever. But I could actually stop the ISO down to 64, crank it to f16, and I was sort of down to 1/60th of a second a few times, which gave me a little bit of motion blur. Not perfect, but you know, this is what it's about. You know, photography is all about learning, experimenting, just having fun. And you know, with the digital world, we've got it so easy that we can see stuff straight away. Oh yeah, I need to do that. Just, oh, I'll take the filter off now because it's not working quite right. You know, and stuff like that. So even though I did get a couple of cool shots, you know, that did work quite nicely, they could have been better. And I think having the right ND filter makes a huge difference. But it's just a bit of fun, like I said, guys. You know, but I just thought to share the experience. You know, one of the biggest sort of Achilles heels, I suppose, of the Rx10 is that you can't zoom it in and out when you've got your finger on the focus button. So you're kind of stuck in this situation at a certain zoom level. So you know that can be a problem, especially when they start off over the far side of the track and actually work their way around, and then they're literally, you know, 20 feet away from you from 150 feet. So you've kind of got to plan a little bit to get it right. But you know, a lot of the time it was a little bit frustrating. But you know, that's just one thing. Other than that, you know, the camera performed as it does very well. It's just a shame I had to stop the ISO right up to, you know, be able to do what I wanted to do. But that's just down to me not having the correct filter. Anyway, guys, I hope that was just a little bit of an insight, a little bit of today's shoot as such. You know, I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to click the subscribe button. Any questions about ND filters and stuff like that, give us a shout. I have got a few, and I need to get out and about and try them out again. But you know, it was just a bit of fun. You know, and I went down the beach afterwards as well. So nice day. But just a little bit daunting on some of the bits that I couldn't do, which is a real shame. But I shall be back, and I shall get the right filter this time and try it again. But hey ho. Anyway, I shall see you soon.